Not all staff will buy into writing the logbook, so it's a good way to enforce this is to have an alcohol policy into effect. This is an alcohol policy. Very simple. Every employee gets two. They get a signed one for their own records and a signed one for your permanent records in your establishment. It will say something simple as, number one, ID must be checked on every person who looks under 30 years of age. Number two, no alcohol will be served or sold to any person who appears to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Number three, any customer who begins to show signs of intoxication will have their drink removed. Number four, all refusals of service will be noted in an incident logbook. Number five, if I violate policy, I could be terminated from employment. It gets everybody on the same page. There are many ways that establishments can partner with their own structures. Management and staffs can work together to put some basic plans into place. By the front of the house staff and management committing to responsible alcohol service while maintaining the same focus of having a profitable business, great ideas can be brought together and then everyone wins. Make up house policies. For example, all required staff will have a Utah Alcohol Training and Education Seminar certificate. No more than one drink will be served to one guest at a time. Drinks high in alcohol will be limited to how many can be served to one guest. Servers will always serve a non-alcoholic drinks with alcoholic beverages, such as water. Encourage servers to suggest top shelf versus wall drinks. Don't allow one person to have a pitcher of beer by themselves. If a guest becomes unruly, they will be asked to leave. If the same guest consistently causes problems, they might be asked to not come back. All guests' IDs will be checked. Management will make a commitment to responsible alcohol service and ongoing server training. Implement a designated driver program while developing responsible marketing strategies. A designated driver will receive free or discounted non-alcoholic beverages. In all advertising, the above will be mentioned. Make food available at a discounted price to a designated driver. Remember, you as a server of alcoholic beverages have the right to deny service to a guest who you feel is intoxicated or who might be a minor. The DABC will stand behind you in your decision and in fact have made it lawful for you. An employer may not sanction or terminate an employee as a result of an employee having exercised his or her independent judgment to refuse to sell alcoholic beverages to any person the employee considers to be intoxicated or under the age of 21 years. Any employer who terminates an employee or imposes sanctions on the employee for the reasons stated above is considered to have discriminated against that employee and is subject to the conditions and penalties set forth in Title 34A, Chapter 5, Utah Anti-Discrimination Act. It is also required that all establishments who serve and sell alcoholic beverages carry mandatory dram shop insurance coverage. The coverage must have a minimum of $1 million per occurrence and $2 million in the aggregate. This concludes Module 3. Let's do a little recap. In this module, you learned about the liability that you as a server can be accountable for. You should now be familiar with dram shop lawsuits, potential legal consequences of overservice, what you can be sued for, the consequences of serving or selling alcohol to an intoxicated individual, the consequences of serving or selling alcohol to a minor, who can sue you, the damages you would have to pay for serving or selling alcohol to a minor or an intoxicated individual, criminal liability, strategies for protecting yourself and your employer from any kind of liability, the alcohol serving policy, and how to properly use a logbook. You may now take the Module 3 quiz.